Hey, thanks for joining us on today's Infinity Matrix livestream. Please consider this our gift to you as an exploration into the spiritual realm, the universal architecture of infinite possibilities. Here we teach, explore, experiment in order to share with you the secrets of the universe and its abundance of life-changing knowledge. Please remember to click subscribe and ring that bell to stay up to date with all of our continuing content.
Welcome, everybody. Hello. Welcome to Hacking the Infinity. As you join us today, please go ahead and tell us in the comments where you're tuning in from. We love to hear the global reach that we have, and we'll give you a good shout out when we see you chiming in there. There is a delay with when you respond and when we see it. So if we don't respond to it right away, please bear with us. Today, we want to discuss your vibrational frequency and the impact it is having on the reality you are creating right now. And the first question to ask is, how can you tell if your vibration is projecting the reality you desire? Right? It's a good question. Well, all you have to do is look around you, because your reality will reflect whether you are happy or unhappy with what you see, hear, and feel. So your level of satisfaction with your experience of reality is your measuring stick. And the amazing thing about where we are in this time space of reality is that our scientists have been proving for years now that you could perform simple tasks to directly impact your vibrational frequency. And in doing so, you can improve, enhance, and enrich your day-to-day living. And so this is episode 87 of Hacking the Infinite Matrix, and we are going to discuss the invisible force that enables you to create a life of misery or a life of miracles and breakthroughs. And it's up to you, because there's undeniable evidence to show that we are electromagnetic beings. And what we do with our thoughts, our emotions, our actions, and even our nourishment will determine the vibrational frequency we emit on a moment-to-moment basis. And that vibration will project a matching reality into the matrix for you to experience. So why is this not taught and studied throughout our lives? That's an even bigger question. And if you want to explore that, we do have specific questions and answers. We do have a segment where we have questions and answers, or even give you the opportunity for some direct one-on-one strategies for implementing what we cover today. And you can join us on what we call our implementation segment right after this. When we're done here, it's a free live Zoom call where you can jump on and we can interact. We don't live stream that, so only the people who jump on the call get to experience the benefits. So if you'd like to get the registration link for that, just type #vibrations in the comments, and we'll get you the link to register for that Zoom call. And remember, it doesn't start till after we're done. So when you register for that, we'll have to wait till we jump off of this and get on there for us to connect up. So after we're done here, we can join on the Zoom. #vibrations, and we'll send you the details to register for the Zoom call right after this. When we're done, we'll meet you there for extended conversations, one-on-one, Q&A, all that kind of stuff. All right. Okay, so let's see. I just jumped in and see we got a bunch of people.
We got people from Southern California. Hi, Kathleen. Michigan. Gilbert, Arizona, Colorado Springs. Oh my gosh, Northern Ireland. There's Laura.
Lisa Ann from Vancouver, BC. Vancouver.
Awesome. Our international group. We love it. We love it, love it, love it.
Simone in UK, Northern Ireland. Awesome. Yeah. Gilbert, Arizona. Way to go, everyone. All right. Okay, so go ahead. Let's get her started there, Ross.
All right. So think about what Gary just said in the opening there. And I want to share something with you because I want to be happy, damn it. I really do. And I don't understand why I'm not rich because I really need it. And I'll tell you, I'm so lonely, I'll never find my soulmate. Does any of these sound familiar? From these three sentences, what am I resonating, vibrating, or projecting out into the infinity matrix? Okay, let's break it down real quick because this is so important. I want to be happy, damn it. Okay, I want to be happy is a wish. Damn it is your vibration. How come I'm not rich? I really need it. How come I'm not rich is simply a thought, a wish, an idea. I really need it is your vibration. I'm so lonely. I'll never find my soulmate. I'm so lonely is a statement. Okay, it's an emotion. I'll never find my soulmate is your vibration. You see the difference? Okay, hear the difference, feel the difference. So when we ask you, is your vibration projecting the reality that you desire? We really mean it. Is it? Because this is where the rubber meets the road, folks. Where you can't bullshit your way in or out of anything. This is when you have to start walking your talk. Because the matrix knows. So listen, we talked to a lot of you, whether it has been on the Down the Rabbit Hole calls or reading your comments and instant messages or one-on-one trainings for the Ultimate Badass Challenge. It takes us 5 minutes or less to peg your frame of mind to determine what you're projecting. It's that simple, okay? And here's the rub. Most argue with us, denying that which is so obvious, justifying their actions or their words or their thoughts. Like it's going to change the universe's mind or my mind or Gary's mind. And I don't want you to misunderstand what I've said. I'm not complaining. I'm not accusing, nor am I obfuscating any blame. When it comes to your relationship with the matrix, and we all have one, it is what it is. As far as the infinity matrix is concerned, resonance is resonance. There is no good, there is no bad. It's simply that which is. With all of this in mind, there are greater and greater opportunities for acceleration in your lives, and even greater opportunities for expansion in these turbulent times that we're experiencing now. And when I say your lives, I'm referring to all aspects of them: personal, wealth, love, business. If it exists, or even better yet, has the possibility to exist, what we are teaching today is completely relevant. And here's the frosting on the cake. Now that our collective mass conscious reality is beginning to gain more and more momentum in the direction of the reality you prefer, more opportunity to choose and manifest your individual realities that you say you prefer, well, now you can manifest them. I kind of call this mass exponential momentum. And most of you have heard of the Schumann resonance. You know, we call that the Mother Earth natural heartbeat rhythm. And this is a frequency, a vibration of 7.83 hertz. Now, 7.83 hertz frequency is the alpha theta brainwave frequencies of the human brain. And it can be that this can all be where I'm going with this. This is all can be considered a metric for measuring the NEM. So you see, the important parts of the human body's vibration frequency are generally located about 3 hertz to 17 hertz, according to the international standard. It's in a vertical vibration of the human body. The sensitive range is located, the most sensitive range is located between, yes, 6 and 8 hertz. Can I get another So if this is our sensitive range, and the Schumann resonance is 7.83 hertz, it falls smack in the center of this. So then wouldn't it be in your best interest to bring your resonance to this level? So decades ago, when Albert Einstein says everything in life is vibration, he understood that atoms are in a constant state of motion. And depending on the speed of these atoms, things appear as a solid, a liquid, or a gas. And sound is a vibration. And he proclaimed that so are thoughts. And mass exponential momentum doesn't mean you can sit back and ride the coattails of everyone else. It means that you have a head start. It means that that 2 are better than 1. 2 million, even better. 2 billion, exceptionally better. Or 2 trillion, focused minds generating momentum, creating a foundation, a platform, a springboard to launch from. All of this is an even better advantage. All of this built for you by you. Someone says, well, there's not 2 trillion minds out here on the planet. I didn't say that we were limited to Earth. This is a universe. And I'll just leave that there. Because yes, you are that special. It's like when you've been somewhere that just felt good. You couldn't put your finger on it, but everything seemed to be in resonance with you. Whether it be on vacation or visiting a special place in the forest, even a coffee shop that you just loved going there. It felt good. It vibed. It resonated with you. Well, this is more and more available to each and every one of you because of the progression of the mass exponential momentum. So you must now understand that to some degree, there are places, spots, locations that are also going to increase their frequency in their vibration and going to tune their frequency to specific levels that are representative of being more conductive and more conducive. And by being in those areas and allowing your energy to merge with the energy of that location. Does anyone know some of the more well-known locations that I'm talking about? Or maybe some not so well-known ones? Put them in the comments. Do you have your own place? I do. Gary does. This is the start of coding your reality. And Gary is just about to talk about that right now.
Yeah, I know that there's, for me, Colorado's a high energy place for me. So I know the frequency when I go to Colorado, Mesa Verde is the place I think of. And then obviously Sedona, Hawaii. Yeah, definitely Hawaii, Big Island, huge
Sedona,
vibrations there.
Exactly.
But there's a lot of these, the Egypt, if you go to the pyramids in Egypt, there's a lot of different, in Peru, there's all these energy centers where the vibration, when you go there, you just feel something is different. But Stonehenge, yeah, I've been there. You can totally feel that too. Disneyland, yeah, it's a total shift of energy when you go there. You can feel it with the vibe when you get there, right?
Yep,
and there's a lot of talk out there on raising your vibration in order to manifest your preferred reality. And we'd agree that in order for your reality to shift, you do need to shift your vibration. And in order to do that, you need to be aware of the different things that influence the frequency that you project out into the infinity matrix, right? And we got beaches, mountain, Machu Picchu, White Rock, BC. Yep. Way to go, Lisa. I feel you there. And so the reason your vibration or frequency is so important is because everything in reality, as Ross has said, everything has a specific frequency that it vibrates at in order for us to relate with it and experience it. So in today's stream, today, we'll look at some simple yet often overlooked things that are within our control and can help you change your frequency almost instantaneously, right? And I'll just kind of, give you a little behind the scenes. We've already done it. Just from us talking about and having you think about the different energy centers, your energy shifted. Just from you even, whether you came up with one or not, that start to shift the energy and that you start to vibrate. But then what happens is you go right back to the things that the vibration before that. And so that, that's the reason you're not in, the Machu Picchu and the mountains. That's because you reverted back to your defaults, right? And so before we jump into that stuff, we need to ask, the 5 W's: the who, the what, the when, the where, and the why. Okay, so the first one is, who can benefit from being able to choose the frequency they vibrate? Well, if you're having any kinds of hardship in your business or career, where you seem to be pouring in a lot of energy and time and don't seem to be gaining the emotional, financial, or spiritual rewards that you hoped for, maybe something has to shift. If you suffer from any anxiety or stress or depression or even challenges in your health or relationships, something needs to shift. Okay. If you feel like there's more to life and more to your potential that hasn't showed up yet, and there's a sense of urgency to get your crap together, right, and show up in the fullness of your power and potential, you understand that it's all about frequency, but just don't know what to change or how to change it. So that's the who. Now the what, okay? The what is, what can you do to have the quickest and most profound lasting transformation to live your best life every day? And this is a great question, because too many people just wing it, right? And start shooting in the dark with hopes of hitting the bullseye for peak performance, for optimum health, for blossoming relationships. You see, without the right guidance, or even without knowing what are the things you should be considering to change, you may just end up spinning your wheels. And perhaps some of you guys are feeling that, spinning your wheels, creating more frustration, anxiety, and failure, which at the end of the day will have a devastating impact on your self-image, your self-esteem, and your self-worth. So go ahead and give me a hashtag I deserve more, hashtag I deserve more in the chat if you feel you could benefit from an improved self-image, self-esteem, and self-worth, no matter where you are in your life right now. If you could benefit from having even more improved self-image, self-confidence, and self-worth, hashtag I deserve more. Okay. And if you are questioning, say again? There you go. We got them coming in.
Mhm.
And if you're questioning that for any reason, if you're questioning it for any reason, let me tell you, no matter how low or how high you are in your life right now, you absolutely deserve more of the good stuff. Okay? You absolutely deserve it. So we'll give you some simple and practical things to align with that type of reality frequency before we're done here today. So the when is the right time to take control and be the master of the reality you create? The simple answer is right now. Why? Well, right now, because right now is all we have. Because simply because the synchronicity of you hearing this message aligns with the desire you have to improve or make things better in the work you do, the services you offer, the businesses the business you're building, or the relationships you're nurturing or mending right now. Because if you keep putting it off, then it will only get more difficult to get started with every passing opportunity. Every time an opportunity passes by, it gets harder. Okay, and I should mention here that we are doing, as far as opportunities goes, we are doing a 5-day challenge coming up next week. If you haven't already heard about it, we're doing a free 5-day challenge. It's probably one of the most powerful acts of transformations you could take right now. It starts on Monday and will run for about an hour each day for 5 days, a little longer for people who register for the VIP implementation experience. But in just the 5 days, you're able to systematically create a life of your dreams every day. Okay, so give me a #dream life if it would be great to have simple step-by-step game plan to create your dream life. Because, you know, we came out of the womb without any manual, without any instruction. And we came to people, you know, whether it's family or whoever raised you, we came to people who they didn't have a manual either. So, you know, the blind leading the blind. Right? We had to figure it out along the way, right? And so, yes, it would be great to have some step-by-step game plan to create the dream life. So do you realize we've passed the halfway mark of 2022? I want you to reflect back on the last 6 months. How have you done for yourself in the first 6 months? Because most people at the beginning of the year have these aspirations, these goals, these things they want to accomplish. How have you done for the last 6 months? You don't have to tell us. I want you to think about that and feel what that feels like. Would it be nice to make the next 6 months even better? Regardless of what you did there, the next 6 months even better, while building a momentum that rolls over into 2023 and beyond. Having that vibration just carry you into the future of the reality you want. In your business, in your career, in your relationships, in your health, in your wellness, your finances. The 5-day challenge will show you how to defy the disbelievers and access your effortless abundance in all those areas.
Got a lot of #dream lives here. I just dropped
awesome.
I just dropped the registration link in the comments as well.
So Ross just put the registration link for the 5-day challenge. Just go ahead and register for that if that's something you go ahead and check it out if it registers for you. There's so much powerful and life-changing content over 5 days that it will help you develop the courage to say no to the things and people that no longer serve you, and more easily welcome the yeses to the things that do empower you. Okay. And I could go on and on about all the different elements of what you're going to get in those 5 days, but just check out the link and we've got all the details there. Ultimately, the best thing for you to do is join the challenge. If it sounds like something you want to do, if you want us to send you if you want to reply to a direct link, if it scrolls and you miss it, just drop hashtag challenge in the comments and we'll send you the link for the registrations. Hashtag challenge. If you're, and even if you're on the replay and you're watching this on a replay in our private group, just drop a hashtag challenge and we'll come back and give you the link to register for that and get your free ticket for the 5-day challenge. Okay, the last 2 W's. The where. Where in life is it important to recognize your vibration and the impact it's having? Well, in every aspect of your life, your vibration is having an impact. It just is. So the quality and the satisfaction or dissatisfaction you have in your career, in your finances, in your personal development, in your growth, in your health and wellness, in your relationships, in your humanitarian contributions, in your life enjoyment, in your connection with spirit or source, whatever that is for you, your vibration is a variable there and a critical one. And as we've mentioned before, there's no denying the fact that everything in our reality has a frequency vibration. So whatever is showing up in any area of those of life of those areas is a result of the vibrational frequency that you're projecting out into the infinity matrix, whether you know it or not. Right? And because business and career and finances have become essential components to living, surviving, and thriving in just about any country, in the 5-day challenge, we'll be focusing on the concepts, principles, and practices of the 5-day challenge in those areas so that you can allow your ultimate badass self to show up in any of those areas, and it will have the biggest and broadest ripple into other dimensions of your reality. So whether you're an entrepreneur, a business owner, an aspiring leader, or just someone who wishes to be fully present and empowered at the work they do or with the people that they hang around with, then this 5-day training is going to rock your world. I guarantee you. It's absolutely amazing. Make sure you enter hashtag 5-day challenge, hashtag challenge, and we'll get the details so you can grab the free ticket. Now, the final W is, if it's not already obvious, it's the why. But why should you even pay attention to your personal, your communal, or even global frequency? Because they're all variables. Okay? Your personal vibration is what will determine your own personal levels of accomplishment and potential for living life authentically without compromise. And we all want to do more of that, right? The communal vibration, meaning the community, right, is your role and contribution in your family, in your community, in your city, and even your country's experience of ease or hardship, because you play a role in that reality. And then global frequencies, the overall collective human, animal, plant, and even mineral vibration that influences our collective soul's spiritual evolution. And your ability to pay attention to each of these will give you insights into opportunities you should explore and also pitfalls to avoid on your journey of your spiritually evolving life force that it's having. Okay. And for those of you that don't know, when we say your ultimate badass self, it's the acronym is SELF, spiritually evolving life force. That's what we're talking about. It's not being a jerk. It's not being hard or harsh. It's about your spiritually evolving life force, showing up with that badass.
So, and with that in mind, what we want to do is we want you to let go of preconceived ideas of frequency and reality and all you may have picked up regarding them. Let go of the movie images and the book definitions, which are other people's ideas.
Mm-hmm.
This is your reality, your design, your process. You know, for example, I mean, I can take you through one of my processes for one of my places, but chances are it won't have an effect on you because it resonates a vibration in tune to me. Yours might be 3 feet away, might be 3 miles away, or 3,000 miles away, or 3 million miles away, because it's yours. You know, Gary and I talk about this thing that is so prevalent out there of this, you know, one size fits all type of a thing. And we get so hung up on, you know, the rules. Well, you know, how exactly does it work so I can do it right? Do it. Just do it. You'll know. Okay, because space and time actually simply exists within your consciousness. And you project it out to the infinity matrix. And in a sense, space and time are appearing around you and making it seem as if you exist in a location. But location is actually within you, not you within it. So location is an important part of the equation of what you deem yourself to be, of what you identify and define yourself to be. And we spoke about the importance of this, gosh, Gary, it was back in, I think, our second live stream. That was a while ago. We're on
like forever.
We're on 87 now, so that was live stream number 2. But look it up. Everything's on the page. Everything's on our YouTube channel. So take a look. You know,
for now, it's not going to always be there. So right. For now, because we are going to be moving it.
But back then on live stream 2, Gary created a really cool hack, and it's on that episode. So check it out. So it's more important than ever to understand that location is a part of the definition of who you are. And if you find yourself being attracted to a particular place, there's a reason for it. By allowing yourself to flow with that attraction, by aligning with that place and not talking yourself out of being there, you will give yourself an opportunity to see how much farther, how much faster you can go by compounding and amplifying and magnifying all the frequencies in your life and in your reality that are representative of the frequency of your preference. So, because to ignore that place, in a place that represents probably your highest joy, your highest energy, your greatest creativity, and your strongest purpose, you're keeping yourself away from this. And in some sense, a denial of a part of you, of what you are. So we learned this from Viktor Frankl. Some of you may be familiar with him. And he survived the concentration camps of Auschwitz back in World War II. And he wrote, "I understand how a man who has nothing left in this world still may know bliss, be it only for a brief moment in the contemplation of his beloved. The experiences of camp life show that man does have a choice of action. So in spite of one's sociological or biological conditions, he believes that all of us are free within one specific and highly important domain." And he says, "Our ability to choose our attitude in any given set of circumstances, to choose one's own way. It is this freedom alone that gives life meaning." And we want you to have that meaning, whatever it may be. We want you to reclaim the drive that has brought you to this point in your life. And it does. It all starts with a reconditioned attitude. You know, maybe like what Gary said, maybe not a badass attitude. Because this attitude, it becomes the spark you may need to create the needed state of mind. It's a state of mind of confidence. It's a state of, I know what I want and I will not compromise. I will always look and expect a win-win. You know, sometimes I watch a movie or I read a book and a scene happens where the hero or the heroine does something incredibly bold. They step out and they step up. And to me, I don't think, how can I be like that? Because I am. But rather, how can I portray that as an example upon you, our students. It's not as simple as telling them, go watch this movie and at this particular scene, do that, be that. That's not it. But rather to absorb and create that mindset. It's that state of being. Step up and out into the world with utter confidence and have no concern for the perceptions of others. You should really come check out next week's challenge. You really should. So many of us have been trained to fragment our consciousness in such a way that we don't allow ourselves to really know what might be best. And so you will, in effect, trick yourself by putting a lot of excitement and energy in a certain direction on a certain thing, making it very specific, just so that it will lure you and magnetize you in that direction. Not because that is the thing that you need to wind up doing for the rest of your life, but only because that is the direction in which you need to move to put yourself in the right place, the right time, and perhaps for something else that will then come along. It's all synchronistic. And the Infinity Matrix is so cool. It really is. So often it is difficult for you to tell the difference at first, but at the point that is that you don't have to know the difference as long as you are following your highest joy, your greatest meaning, no matter what it is. You can rest assured that if you enter it and act on it with the power of true emotion and without any expectations, then you will be in the proper state of mind to receive whatever else might come along that will be representative of the direction of that joy and that meaning. Then you'll see, if you hold on to the idea of zero expectations, that it will just flow. And you will move things and circumstances. And you'll create opportunities that will arrange themselves to make it easier for you to create the path of least resistance, to show you how your life can be an explosion of synchronicity when and where you will least expect it.
And Dr. Anita Capri says, do without expectation. 100%. Absolutely.
Perfect. She also registered for the challenge. Understand that your life can become a continuous series of surprises. And in that momentum, you will find the stability and the security and the happiness and the safety that you actually require. So please allow yourself to be magnetized. Allow yourself to explore the idea of what place has attracted you, and don't get in your way, and don't put conditions on yourself. Just flow.
Yeah. And so Jamie says, expect the unexpected. Melanie says, one of my favorite mantras, right place, right time, all the time.
Yeah,
absolutely.
Very, very
I like
good.
that one.
Yes.
And, you know, one of the things we talk about in previous streams, I don't know which episode, we do it a lot, and a few of them, but is to make the unknown your friend.
Absolutely.
Okay? Because that is that's a constant throughout your entire life. We come into this place with unknowns. And every moment we're living in unknowns. We hold on to some quote unquote things we know, but we're always stepping into the unknown. So make it your friend, embrace it and welcome it. Okay, so we've mentioned that this invisible force, it's this invisible force that makes it seem unattainable, right? When we talk about this invisible force that can alter. To think of this is that to make it more accessible is to think of your vibrational frequency as the sum total of your self-image. Okay, is your self-image, your self-esteem, and your self-worth are all expressions of your vibrational frequency. And there's plenty of research and experiments on how improving those can drastically impact your life. So this is so critical that we believe it's something that every child on the planet should be taught at an early age and reinforced throughout their entire educational journey. And yet, the majority of people spend their entire lives never really understanding it or honoring the value it has on the quality of life they experience. Let me ask you first, how many of you know someone who seems to have the quote unquote Midas touch? Okay, whatever they do in business or in their career or in their lives, just things work out and they actually thrive. And they don't even break a sweat doing it. Okay, give me a hashtag Midas touch in the comments if you know someone or know of someone like that. Okay, hashtag Midas touch. And you know, and then there's, what about those people who are constantly in great shape and very fit, but it seems like they put very little effort into it, right? And you know, you kind of look at them and like, you know, you kind of give them a stank face because you know, they're always fit. And you're like, well, how do you do it, right? Well, give me a hashtag always fit in the comments if you know or know of someone, or even if you are one of those people like that, right? And where it just your body is in the optimum health. There's a bunch of people with this.
I'm stuck on stank face.
Okay. And how about those
grabs
couples?
This stuff out of the air, folks. He just grabs this stuff. It's just like, where did that come from?
All right, you're all related. Good. Well, how about these? How about those couples that have been together for a long time and still have that spark and that connection? Right? And no matter what happens in their relationship, they always come back to a place of love for each other. Give me a hashtag connected if you are one of those people, or if you know of or know someone who is one of those people. Hashtag connected for if you're observing that out there. And I just want to make sure that you're seeing these examples of people who are vibrating and projecting out a vibration that's in alignment with the reality they want. Alignment with the reality of joy, happiness, and celebration. Because if we see it out there, it lets us know that it's possible, right? And you know, do you even wonder what the common denominator in those people's experience of reality? Right? I talk about the vibration. Well, it's that invisible force I've mentioned. And we can even reference back to Dr. Maxwell Maltz, and I've talked to many about you before. Dr. Maxwell Maltz wrote a book that influenced my life at the age of 13. In the 1960s, he wrote the book Psycho-Cybernetics. And if you haven't read it, you know, like I wonder if you've done any personal development, because it's so critical. It's so important. You got to check it out. Psycho-Cybernetics, Maxwell Maltz. And he said, the greatest psychological discovery of his generation in the 60s was the concept of self-image. You see, he was a plastic surgeon, a damn good one back in the day, right? He was a plastic surgeon who helped many people for many years with the physical image they saw in the mirror. That's the mirror image, not the self-image. There is a difference. Right? He found that beyond the reflection, there was a more influential perception that determined a person's level of happiness and success in life. It was the image they had of themselves in their mind. An image perceived through thoughts, emotions, and beliefs that are all just vibrational frequencies, right? That was determining, it was the determining factor for the results they get in their relationships, in their work, in their career, your finances, your fitness, your well-being, your connection to and relationship with your higher self. Found that all aspects of a person's life are a result of the projection into the reality from their inner self-image. So understanding and nurturing that vibrational frequency is one of the most influential things you can do to truly have the life you desire. So let me go over some obvious, maybe not so obvious things to help you refine and purify your vibration. Real quick, before I get into those, let me say, this upcoming 5-day challenge is all about doing just that for 5 days in a variety of different ways. It's called 3 Steps to Your Ultimate Badass Self. And in business and career is going to be our primary focus, but you don't have to be just that. Okay. It's a training that is truly transforming lives. Let me share you 2 quick testimonials from past students. Mary Coking said, "Hi, Gary and Ross. I just wanted to stop by and express my gratitude for the live streams and the micro hacks. You've helped to shed some light on places where there are darkness in my life, and I'm so grateful for that. You have literally saved my life. Love you." And I mean, Mary is awesome, and you know the impact it's having on her and her her sister, because her sister listens too, is just amazing. Just from that 5 days and and the live streams that she attends. And Kay Easto says, "I'm so very happy. In fact, every part of my life has changed since the 5-day and call from both of you. I found my way out of the into my light, enjoying and loving every day since. Forever grateful to both of you," and then a bunch of emojis. So if you want to join us, and I strongly recommend, if you haven't already done it, let us know in the chat, #challenge, and we'll send you the info to get your free ticket. There will be an opportunity to get the VIP implementation experience as well. And I strongly recommend that if you can do it. Okay, so here are some things that will impact your vibration, sometimes in subtle ways and sometimes in life-changing ways. So don't undermine them to think, oh, it's just that little thing. Really can make huge shifts for you. First thing to understand is that we are very complex beings who filter reality based on what happens in the external matrix, meaning outside world, and what's simultaneously happening in the internal matrix, meaning your thoughts, your ideas, your emotions, your feelings, and even the functioning of the internal organs of the body. Okay, so when you put your attention on refining or improving what's outside of you and what goes on and goes into you, it will affect the overall vibration of your self-image. So let's start with your internal matrix. When your body gets filled with toxins or parasites, all the systems and the organs of the body, the mind, the spirit, all of that body, mind, spirit dynamic will vibrate at a lower frequency, which are more susceptible to anger, to depression, to fears, to sickness, illnesses. So we practice and recommend to do regular liver, kidney, colon detox and cleansing on a regular basis throughout the year, not just once, but we do it a few times a year, right? And we can talk more about call after we're done here. For those of you who jumped on the Zoom, maybe Ross just dropped that in there again for those that missed it at the beginning. Okay. You can join us on the Zoom call to have more one-on-one conversation after we're done here in a few minutes. But you have to research and find the cleanses and the detoxes that resonate with you and what you're willing to do, because there's a variety of them, there's all kinds of them, and some are right for some people and some are not, right? There's no one thing that fits for everybody. Okay. And the next thing we suggest you do is breathe. Just the simple act of breathing. However, practicing breath in a more conscious and intentional way, whether it's through yoga, pranayama practice, or other breathwork techniques. And again, there's them. The idea is to fill your body with the nourishing and loving oxygen it needs to function in the most optimum and ideal way. And this will allow the systems and the organs to vibrate at higher frequencies of vitality and wellness, so that you show up more of yourself without having to worry about whether you're going to live or die. Okay. And then there's what I call trance work. Okay. And this can be your own practice of meditation, self-hypnosis, visualization, prayer, whatever you choose to call it. Okay. But essentially, some kind of practice that allows you to calm the mind, quiet the thoughts, disconnect from negative emotions, and relax the body for a designated period of time. This, when you do that, all of those things, this is like a system reset that allows all aspects of your being to be refreshed and rejuvenated. And when you establish some forms of positive direction and intention to come from that practice of that meditation or hypnosis or visualization, it can actually speed up the results you get in your daily life, whatever areas you're working on. Okay? Those are 3 easy and profound internal matrix practices. And there's a bunch of them. We cover a whole bunch more in the 5-day challenge. Okay. There are some external matrix things you can do too. Okay. But first, to consider first thing to do is to consider what I call the Feng Shui of your environment. Okay. The energetic flow of your environment. Good idea to clear any clutter that is causing any kind of stress or frustration for you. Okay? Anything that's on your mind it's one of those things, oh, I got to get to that, or that, or you look at it and you're like, you want to just hide away from it. Clear your clutter in your environment. And when you do that, place inspirational and empowering messages or symbols where you can see them regularly. And if possible, reduce, refrain, or eliminate messages or symbols that cause stress, anxiety, or frustration. The idea is to start shifting the balance of negative things in your environment over to a more positive and empowering things in your environment. Okay? Because those will all impact your vibrational frequency, and especially in times when you're not thinking about it, because if it's there and it's empowering your unconscious mind, your spirit will pick that up, even if you're caught up in doing day-to-day stuff. Okay. The other thing you can do in the external matrix is to get out in nature and connect with Mother Earth. Feel the grass beneath your feet, the sand in your toes, the water from the rivers, lakes, waterfalls cascading over your body. Observe, and whenever safe, interact with animals and nature. And as corny as it sounds, it's even a good idea to go out and give a hug to a tree from time to time. Okay. Okay. Feel the vibrational shift that happens in your body when you reconnect with nature and recognize your place in the grand puzzle that we call reality. Okay. And again, there are plenty of other things you can do to raise or alter your vibration. And in the 5-day challenge, we go over some powerful ways to enhance your ability to declare the reality you're stepping into, or invoke the reality you prefer from a place of total choice and empowerment, or what we call your ultimate badass self. Okay. I know we keep bringing it up, but if you haven't joined, we strongly recommend it, because we're next one not doing for a while. So we strongly recommend you jump on this one. It's all the amazing transformations our past students keep telling us about. We can't say enough about it. They can't either. So If you've enjoyed today's stream and have any questions or would like to get some personalized support on how to implement what we've covered or dive deeper into other aspects of it, then come and join us on the implementation call. Ross has dropped the Zoom. Go ahead and do that. If you've joined it, we're not there yet. We're going to have to disconnect from this Zoom and jump over to that page, that Zoom room. So give us a few minutes to make that shift with our microphones and camera and stuff like that. I'll start right after we're done here. We've set what else I want to mention? If you haven't got the link yet, just drop #implement. #implement in the comments so we know that we've missed you, and then we'll drop that link for you again, and you can come and join us about 3 minutes or so after we're done here. So that's our show for today, everyone. Thank you for joining and sticking around. We're here every Thursday, same time. Next week, it's going to be a challenge week. So we're not actually doing live stream next week, but we will the following week because we'll be doing the challenge next week. But more importantly, come and take that 5-day challenge starting Monday. And, go and click the link, get the free ticket. Until next time, be well, everyone. Remember, we dare you to be exceptional. And the that is to implement what you learn and learn from what you implement. We appreciate you all. We'll see you on the next stream. Be well, everyone.
Thank you. We'll see y'all later. Bye-bye.
Hey, thanks for joining us on today's live stream. Please consider this our gift to you, an exploration into the spiritual realm, the universal architecture of infinite possibilities. Here we teach, explore, experiment in order to share the secrets passed down from the masters. They've harnessed their own potential, claimed their badass self, and raised their game and leveled up. Whether it be in business, personal, romantic, for whatever aspect of life you choose, there's always a next level. So we encourage you to rekindle your passion and purpose, step it up, and register for our next free 5-day badass challenge. The link is below, and we are excited to see you take a leap into a new reality that only you can imagine.